Hey everyone, this is Jennifer, and today I want to share with you a tip about using Traveler's Notebook inserts and also what my top picks for 2025 were from Creffectivepaper. So before I even start, I'll kind of guide you to two videos that I've done in the past that I think are really helpful. One is getting started with Traveler's Notebook. So if you've never used a Traveler's Notebook before, I would suggest that video, and I will link it with a card and put it in the description below. The second one is how I cut and fold my inserts, because I do print them at home. And again, I'll put a card up for that and also put a link in the description. Now, there is a little tip that I have found that I didn't mention in either of those two videos I just talked about, and that is how to kind of fold them so that they lay flat. This is probably one of the most often asked questions I get, because you'll see me post on Instagram and my planner looks something like this. That's laying pretty flat. So if you are used to a ring bound planner, obviously on the rings, everything lays nice and flat. But I know some people have difficulty getting Traveler's Notebook inserts to do that. So I thought I would share just a quick little tip with you. This is my weekly that I just printed for 2025. And what I do is just take this into a couple of chunks here. And of course, this depends on how many inserts you've printed. But I just fold it in half, like you're supposed to, and use this bone folder to make a really sharp crease. So I have my first section done. And then I do the same thing with the second half, or my next chunk of inserts. If you print more, you might want to do 3 or 4 sections. And then sometimes if I'm just in a hurry, I'll be done and do this next part later. But that's just like the general fold. But then what really makes the inserts, in my opinion, lie more flat is if you take just 1 or 2 sheets and you do that fold again, just really getting that crease down good. But then opening it back up the other direction and creasing again. And then back to how you started and creasing again. It just makes everything lay a little bit better. And the more you do this back and forth motion and creasing, the flatter they're going to lay in your notebook. At least that has been my opinion. Even if you buy something that's made for you, so you don't have to print and cut at home, you might just take it and open it up, and every so often, every few pages, do this kind of back and forth motion. I've done that before with like my Traveler's Company brand inserts, and it really does help. So there's your first little tip on getting them to lay a little bit more flat. All right, so what we're gonna do is talk about my 2025 top choices, or what I'm gonna be putting in my notebook as we head into a new year. Typically in the past, I haven't even done this. I just continue on using the inserts or just switch whenever I want, but I really want to have a fresh new book per se for 2025. So everything in here is either from Creffectivepaper or the Ghosting Pen. Most of the inserts are from Creffectivepaper, with an exception of like 2 things, which I will show you. But we're gonna go through this setup, and I'll show you on the screen what they look like on the website, and then obviously you'll be able to see as they're printed and in my setup. So first up, we have this bingo card from the Ghosting Pen. You can see I have one going here for 2024. This is for 2025. I believe it is a freebie. Again, I will try to link everything below, but I have it just tucked in the front of my planner here. This first section, this plastic zippered envelope I got on Amazon. It is the Travelers Company brand, and it houses my yearly and monthly inserts. This first one is for 2024, and I was wanting to kind of start setting up for 2025, and I thought, why not cut that out and have it for reference? It is my health and cycle tracker, so I'll probably still need to look back at this as we head into 2025, and it fits perfectly in this flap. So after I did that, I'm like, yeah, I think I want to do that for 2025 as well, instead of leaving it as an insert on one of the bands. So I have 2024 and 2025. This insert is from the Ghosting Pen, and I think it's her annual yearly tracker. So I'm all set for that there. And then again, most of these are from Creffectivepaper. And although I am using a standard size for Traveler's Notebook, she has all different size inserts for rings and discs. So make sure you check out her website and see if she offers the size that you're using or wanting. I'm sure that she does. All right, this first insert is Y104, and it is a year on one page. I have the current month, or we're not quite there yet, but close enough, January, with a cloth and paper transparent sticky note. And as the months are over, I'll end up covering this with something else. So this printed obviously on the front and back here, and then I'm just tracking some things with a dot marker. This next insert is my monthly, and it's a month on one page. This is M112. And again, I was kind of ready to move in for 2025. So I have 2025 insert in here, and then I just trimmed down December of 2024 and have been putting that on this monthly with just a clip. And then after December is over, I'm just going to discard this one little sheet. So I'll be ready to go there. The rest of these plastic dashboards have paper in them for decoration, and they are from the Chic Sparrow. All of my paper is from scrapbook.com, and then any of these larger stickers that you see are from Redbubble. And I'm going to be continuing to use this undated week on 2 pages from Creffectivepaper. I like it for several reasons, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But for December, I've been adding just a little bit of Planner Kate stickers. I love this time of year, and the kits are so pretty, so we're doing that. However, I wanted to start fresh for 2025, so I do have that insert printed out again, and all I did was print and trim and get these ready for, I think I did a quarter's worth. So this should get me through Q1 in 2025, but it is the exact same insert that I've been using. So I like this grid because I am a grapher, or I like to make charts. So that's there if I need it. There's room for me, plenty of room up here to just have my appointments. I use this mini weekly down here for my own YouTube and the Planner Kate blog. It has a tracker and then room for to-do lists. The other thing that I'm going to be doing that's the same for 2025 is my daily insert, which is actually 2 days per page. Looks like this. And just a heads up on this one, this is D127 from Creffectivepaper, but if you purchase that file as is, the days are actually flipped. So like these two would be facing how they are, but then these two would be facing the other direction. And I did not like having to turn my planner every time I was switching days. So I asked her to make them all face the same direction. Jade is the owner over at Creffectivepaper, and she had no trouble doing that for me. So just depending on your preference, if you want them all to face the same way, you'll need to ask her to do that. If you're fine with the file, that was a D127. So the nice thing about this daily is that this time section and the to-do list are about 1.5 inches wide. And if you are an avid sticker user, you will know that's typically the size of standard stickers out on the market. So if you want to go sticker crazy, you can do that. You can see I have one here on December 11th. They fit very nicely. So no changes on my daily insert. And then my next section is kind of a tracker section, and I'm kind of slacking. I need to print these, I guess, for 2025. So I started doing this in October, then there's November, and I've started December, but I will take the time to print off these, and I'll probably do the entire year. So I'll have 6 of these pieces of paper for 12 months. This is T101. It's called the Monthly Goal and Habit Tracker. And I have a video up on what all of this stuff means if you're interested in seeing kind of a deep dive of health tracking that I do. And then I have a meal planner, which is actually a custom that I had designed and requested from Jade. And it just is very simple. I don't always use it, but it's here if I need it. And I do want to try to be a little bit better about things in 2025 as far as meal planning goes. So I took the time to print out 6 months worth of these meal plan inserts. Basically, I put my meals over here. I write fairly small, so if I want to put breakfast, lunch, and dinner in this space, I have room to do that. There's a place here to use your inventory. So if you have food that's going to spoil quickly, you can kind of keep a list there, and then a shopping list. This is, again, a custom. So if you want that, check the description below. But right now, since this is a custom, it's only available in standard TN size. But if you use a different size, I'm sure she could reformat it for you and get that ready. And then my last book here is Tomoe River Paper. It's a grid notebook from Paper Tess Designs. It's called the Grid Edition, the notebook. And I did not even hardly begin to fill this insert for 2024. So it's going to stay in here for 2025. And it just holds permanent lists, passwords, medical information, that sort of thing. So that is my setup as we head into 2025. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I'm going to be using, maybe give you some ideas to try something new, and hopefully that tip helped on the folding to get things to lay a little bit flatter if you're using a traveler's notebook. If you guys have questions about anything, please don't hesitate to reach out, drop a comment, and I'll get back to you. Thank you again for being here with me, and I hope you have a wonderful end of 2024 as we head into the holiday season. Bye, friends.